This is Jeff with Shout Out Minnesota, and we are here with
Paul Molitor.
Paul. Congratulations on getting the position.
Good to
You
be
got to be pretty excited.
It's been very, very exciting. You know, it's one of those things where I had to go through the process of waiting to see where the Twins were going to land, and combine that with the fact that I haven't been a player for 18 years, and so it's been quite a journey even since retirement. Not knowing if this opportunity would ever present itself, and if it did, if the circumstances were going to be right. And everything came together this particular time, and I'm so excited to be moving forward.
Can you touch on a little bit about the process on what you have to go through to actually even be considered?
Well, the day after the season, our coaching staff had thought about, speculated what the Twins were going to do, and we all believed that Gardy would have another opportunity, and I was kind of planning that way. And the Twins decided to make a change the day after the season, so the process was basically, I was down there to kind of find out what took place, threw my name into the ring, and then it was a matter of going through the process of various interviews, initially with Terry and his assistant Rob Anthony, and then expanding to other personnel in the organization, and finally getting before Dave St. and Jim Poland. So kind of survived the different tiers and got down to the final couple guys, and I was very grateful that I was ended up being their recommendation.
I know a lot of the fans are really happy with the decision. You feel like you're home again?
I have been thrilled to be a part of the Twins organization as long as I have now, coming back to the organization in '96 as a player. And I've seen a lot of really, really good things, and I've seen some tough times. As a player, we kind of struggled when I was here, and kind of went through that resurgence and got back to the playoffs for a good run in the 2000s, and now we're back on kind of not so good times, if you will. And as far as fan reaction, I'm pleased that a lot of people are happy that I'm getting this opportunity, but I also know that there's some people that have been somewhat, they got a bad taste in their mouth about what's happened after we've gotten into a new stadium. And they were maybe hoping for something a little bit more substantial in terms of change, and I just hope that they can rally some support if they got real Twins blood in them, and we're going to do everything that we possibly can to get us back to playing meaningful games in September and hopefully in October.
Yep. There's a lot of young players coming up. Relationships, it seems like the team's been changing on and off the last couple of years with bringing up a lot of the young prospects. How is your angle as far as building a relationship with these young players?
Well, I have a lot of trust in our scouting and drafting and then development people. They all have let me know that, hey, we're going to have help on the way. And I said, when it's ready, I'll be happy to receive it, but I'm going to work with the guys that I have. And my relationship is that, as a manager, there's a lot of areas of leadership that you need to display, and there's different ways that you need to communicate, both collectively as groups, and then your one-on-one time, and maybe smaller groups or whatever. And I always enjoyed the one-on-one, particularly in the minor leagues. I thought you could get a guy, break it down, get his trust. And when you start showing that you have concern not only with the player but the person, you build those relationships and they become fruitful. And it's going to be the same up here. Thankfully, I know a lot of these guys have been around them, a lot of them for a long time, and I'm going to rely on a core group of guys to help pass the message along with my staff. And you're always going to meet some resistance somewhere along the line. We understand that, but hopefully, not that Gardy didn't do that, because I thought it was pretty good, at least most of the time. And so we're going to try to take some of those things and just put it on.
Yeah, and I know you and Gardy are good friends as well. But like I said, we're coming to a new age here that they thought there was time to make a change. What's the one thing you think that you want to focus on first in spring training coming up?
I don't know if I could say it's my number one priority. There's a lot of things that have been dancing in my head since this thing transpired a couple weeks ago now almost. And as I get thoughts, I put them down. Things that I feel are going to be important to communicate even from day one of spring training. So I'm gonna speak a lot about personal accountability. I'm going to talk about having a moral conduct around our club that's professional, where we're playing the game, we're representing our team off the field, and maybe not a lot new things. Maybe some of you guys have heard these from different voices, but I hope the transparency in which I display what I think is going to be expected for us to be successful collectively, hopefully will start to permeate its way through the clubhouse.
Okay. I know you've been really busy and everything, so I don't want to take too much of your time, but I really appreciate you spending a little time here and talking with Shout Out Minnesota. One last shout out to Twins fans around Minnesota.
Well, I guess I have to say shout out somewhere in the shout out interview, so I'm shouting out and appreciate all that you do to support the brand of Twins baseball, and I'm encouraging you to believe that better days are in store and hopefully in the very near future.
Thank you.